This episode of Homemade was previously recorded in front of a live stream audience who asked questions and cook along during the show. If you love cooking and want to join us in the kitchen, visit homemadecooking.com to register for free live classes. Now, let's get cooking. Hello, everybody. Yes. If we have never met before, I'm Joel. I am the head chef of Homemade. I am so excited to be in the kitchen with you guys today. I'm so excited to be cooking with you guys today. And we are going to do beef two ways. I'm so excited. We're going to be making a skillet enchilada. So all done in one skillet, which is awesome. So you save on the dishes. And then we're going to make this gorgeous kind of smoky, creamy beef penne, which my kids are obsessed with. We have the most amazing. She is such a great culinarian. Give it up for Jen. Jen, how are you today?
I'm doing great, Joel. Thank you.
Good. So Jen is going to be in the chat. Jen, what have you been cooking lately? I'm just curious.
What have I been cooking lately? I made my favorite buttered tofu recipe.
Ooh. And
recently.
you're not vegetarian, right?
No, but my husband is.
Oh, and you made like buttered tofu, like it's buttered chicken but with tofu?
Exactly.
And do you do it like crispy tofu or does it stay soft?
It stays soft.
Ooh, okay.
Delicious.
I'll need to be taking that recipe after this. That sounds delish. But let's talk about first step. So first step is we're going to talk about ground beef, but I want to get it browning. So first step is I've got a big skillet over a medium-high heat. I'm going to go to about an 8 out of 10. And I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. With beef, what's so nice is you don't have to add a ton of extra fat. Just a little bit of oil is great. And then I take the ground beef and I just start to kind of flake this out. I find that when you crush it in the pan, it doesn't stay kind of separate. So I kind of like to flake it out like this. The next ingredient is these guys. Have you guys ever used Chipotles? I know this is kind of weird looking and hard to see, but they're little canned peppers. I'll hold them up to this side one here. Little canned peppers. So what I do is I take 2 out of the jar. They just come in little jars. You can kind of drain them of their sauce. I put them in a little cutting board like this, and I just chop them up, seeds and all. Beautiful. So I chop that up really nice and fine. I kind of scoop that in the pan. I've got 1 chopped onion that I'm going right in over the top. I'm not going to mix it in. I'm just going to let it steam over the top. I've got 4 cloves of garlic. I'm going to try and move to this burner. These burners are not hot enough for me. I'm a chef, guys. I like a lot of heat. All right. So at this point, I let it really have a good amount of time, and I'm just starting to kind of mix this all up, kind of like a stir fry. Now, next step, we're going to add a little spice. Totally optional, but we've got chili powder and we've got a little bit of cumin, about equal parts, tablespoon of both. So I'm going to pour mine over the beef. So now they're going to touch the hot beef fat, the hot pan, and they're going to start to get fragrant and smell great. All right, this is starting to get really crispy and look amazing. So, but now I'm going to go with my salt. Big pinch of salt, maybe a pinch and a half. Lots of cracked black pep. Okay, so this is the moment where you just cooked up a lot of ground beef. You could be on a Sunday thinking about the whole week. This could be on a Monday and you're batch cooking, whatever it is. But this is the moment that we think, okay, let's split this into 2 different meals. So I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to take it off the heat. I'm going to grab a nice big bowl. And I'm going to just scrape half of this beef and onion mixture into this bowl. And of course, I missed half of it. I'm always such a mess. That's what makes cooking fun. And I'm going to reserve the other half for later. Our first recipe, we are traveling to Mexico. So first step, we're going to grab some corn tortillas. Jen's going to pop those into a microwave. Now, when you make enchiladas, you need the tortillas to be soft. You can absolutely heat them up in a pan. It just takes a while. So just something to think about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat up a little skillet. Now, we're going to do this all in one pan. And then what I'm going to do is, to my ground beef mixture that I keep eating, I'm going to take some enchilada sauce. Now, enchilada sauce is typically just a mixture of spices, a little bit of oil, some ground tomato, and you can buy them. The key is, when I buy them, I look for organic, and I look for ones that don't have any sugar added. So I'm going to add about just a couple tablespoons to my ground beef. And I'm just going to mix that around. And now, this is why ground beef is so beautiful. It just takes on a completely different vibe. All right, here are our tortillas. We're using corn tortillas. Thank you, Jen. Oh, those are perfect. Okay, so I'm putting my pan on a very low heat, literally like a 3, maybe even a 2 is fine. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip my corn tortilla, which is a little hot, into my enchilada sauce. This is going to get a little messy. Go with it. It's okay. And I'm going to then fill it and roll it. So I dip, just like that, hold it in my hand, pick it up, fill this puppy with a little bit of beef, roll it, and then I like to go seam side down. And the reason why I like to have soft tortillas for this is it just makes the rolling of it so much more easy. All right, so here we go again. Kind of fill this puppy up. And it's okay if it busts out. This is enchiladas, guys. This is not sushi. Okay. Seam side down. Down we go. I got 2 more to go. And I'll show you what to do with all the extras. You know I'm not letting that go to waste. Now I'm even going to do one across, so you guys can see. I know that doesn't make it look as pretty, but at least you get the idea that you can kind of stack these up. Cool? Now, with the added beef, sprinkle this over the top. You have it, or you can chill it, put it in a taco salad, or like I said, repurpose it in any way you want. Baked potato, fold it into that. But I kind of like it over the top of these enchiladas like this. So at this point, I'm going to turn my heat to about a 5. So not all the way high, just kind of lightly toasty. I've got some cream, and I'm just going to drizzle, just kind of around the sides, over the top. But the cream is going to kind of just marble through the whole mixture. And what I do at this point is I kind of give the whole thing a little wiggle, so the cream kind of moves inside to my little enchiladas. Then I've got some Monterey Jack cheese. Mozzarella would be great. Any cheese you have in the fridge would be awesome. But that just goes over the top. Oh my gosh, this looks awesome. And the idea is you kind of want to bring that cream up to a boil. And then once you kind of see a little bit of bubbles happening, you can put on the lid. And you're going to let that cook for about 10 minutes. So now I have the other half of the beef. And this is going to be a little lesson in kind of how to finish a pasta. And the reality is you need to cook the pasta in the sauce. So I'm going to give you guys a little lesson on that. But again, we are starting with the same ground beef that is in the enchiladas. This is beef 2 ways, right? So the beef is just getting crispy again. This could be night number 2, right? And we're going to start to make this sauce. So I just want this beef to get a little bit more crispy, maybe in about 30 seconds, until it's really speaking to me. And then we're going to start to kind of cook this out. And we're going to start with a little bit of ground tomato, which is really similar, if you think about it, to the enchilada sauce. And we kind of want to toast that tomato. This is almost going to make like a little vodka type sauce. All right, we toast this up and we kind of concentrate it. By cooking out the tomato a little bit, it kind of just gives it a more intense sweet flavor. So just give it about a minute until it looks kind of brick red. That's kind of what we're looking for. This looks great. Then I take a little bit of cream. Again, similar ingredients, but completely different dish. So look at this. Look at this color. This kind of light, beautiful, gorgeous, toasty red. That looks great. We cooked our penne ahead of time. And so I'm going to go with a couple handfuls of this in. That looks like plenty, actually. And then I might even grab a little bit of water. And this is always nice if you save the pasta water. You can do this technique too, but I'm going to turn up the heat now. And just to make sure it's the saucy texture I'm looking for, just go with a nice glug of water. And at this point, you really want that pasta to soak in to this beef mixture. All right, so we're going to turn on the heat all the way to high. What you got to do is you got to cook it until it stops looking watery and it starts to really wrap itself around and cling to the pasta. This is reducing it around the pasta, making it extra creamy. So, to add a little extra to this, just to kind of balance out the whole thing, we're going with a ton of fresh spinach. You can use frozen spinach, you can use kale, you can use collard greens, you can use frozen peas, but I love some just nice baby spinach. And you add a ton just on top, just like we did with the beef and the onions, just to kind of let it steam. All right, look at that color on this. The spinach just kind of lightly wilts. And once the spinach wilts, you're done. All right? So we turn off the heat. We grab a little bit of Parmesan. We grate that in. This is going to add some salty, some creamy. And then I just take my pan and I just kind of fold. And if you're not comfortable tossing, you can absolutely just mix it up. But I just kind of fold that cheese in. And this to me is quick. It's a crowd pleaser. It's absolutely nutritious. It's one pan, so easy. That is our super gorgeous beef smoky penne. I'm going to do a little bit more cheese on top because why wouldn't I? I'm going to make sure you guys can have a good visual of this. Oh, it smells so good. All right, let me hold that up. Look at that. Isn't that a joy? All right. We'll push this to the side, and at this point, it's definitely been about 10 minutes on our enchiladas. So let's just take a quick look here and what we got going. I mean, look at that. Just evenly melted. The sauce tightened up beautifully. Oh, this looks amazing. And to finish this, we just have some fresh cilantro, and you just kind of take it right over the top. You just kind of scatter that. And you have this gorgeous, in one skillet, little perfect enchiladas. Right? In another skillet, same ground beef, a perfect smoky rigatoni, like unbelievable penne. Let's taste. Let's see what we got here. I think I'll start enchilada. It just is calling me. So, real quick, I would let these cool a little bit longer than I am, but I can't wait. But, you know, like a lasagna, just let it kind of set so everything kind of melds together. Yes. Ah! Look at that. A little bit more cilantro over the top. I mean, that looks killer. Okay. Some of that ground beef on the side. Oh my gosh. You guys, not overly creamy. The bottom, actually, of the enchilada, because you did it in the skillet, slightly crispy. The cheese on top just kind of perfectly sets everything together. It's not too smoky from the chipotle. The beef just wraps itself around your tongue. Yeah, I mean, it's an incredible enchilada. Really good. Down home. I'm not going to stop eating this. This is so good. It's so easy. You guys saw me put it together. I mean, again, we did 2 dishes in less than 45 minutes. That is delicious. All right, that is one. totally different vibe. I'm over here at the Penne. Parmesan, spinach, the whole thing. Wow. You know, you would think they would taste similar. They taste so different. This tastes so much brighter. This has the Parmesan. It has a salty note. All that beautiful spinach kind of brightens the whole thing, lightens the whole thing. You have this really nice crunch. The beef's a little bit crispier, which I love, but it's the same background, right? It's still smoky, still garlicky, still oniony, still beefy, but just if you're like totally different cuisine. You're not, it's like you could eat both of these things and you don't feel like you're having the same meal. Oh my God. This is going down as like two of my favorite weekday recipes. Again, crowd pleasers, easy to rock out, super economical. It just makes sense. So hopefully you learned a little bit about just kind of taking your dollar and letting it go the extra mile. I really appreciate you guys. We've got a lot of great classes coming up for you this week, a lot of different instructors. So stay tuned. Thank you so much and have a great kickoff to your week. See you, everybody. Thank you. Hey there, I'm Joel Gamoran. I'm the head chef and founder of Homemade, and we launched Homemade with the idea that we want to bring cooking and the kitchen to the world. So if you love cooking and want to join us in one of our free live stream cooking classes, head to our website, homemadecooking.com. That's homemadecooking.com to register today.